Shalom, we're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to preach the downfall of America and to cry out to our people, you know, to do our part in waking them up. Before we start, we're going to give all praises
to Yahawah Bahaham Yahawashi.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, teaching in truth and sincerity. All right, and we're gonna be going into about fallouts. You know, people who fall out of the truth, who abandon the brotherhood. You know, for all types of reasons, all types of wicked reasons. And we're gonna start out. We're gonna get this parable in Matthew that Yahawashi had said.
So, you got it.
Yeah.
This is 14 and 18, right?
Yep.
This is Matthew chapter 14, verse 18. And he said, "Bring them hither to me." And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and 2.
That's not it? Yeah, that's not like it. Hang on.
It's Matthew.
It is. It's right here. It's 13.
Yeah, it's 13.
13. Start from 8. 18. Yep. Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower.
You don't hang on. No. Start from 3.
3?
Yeah, 3. Go down to 8 and then jump over.
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Alright, so this is Yahawashi talking. This is him giving the parable. He explains the meaning of it later down to the apostles. But right here he's giving the parable to all the masses. Keep going.
Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth.
So some seeds fell on the stone. They weren't grounded in the dirt. You know, they didn't plant it. They didn't plant their roots and start growing. They fell into the stone. Keep going.
And forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth.
Yep, they had no depth to them. So eventually they were gone.
And when the sun was up, they were scorched.
Yep.
And because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
You know, some people got caught in thorns. You know, the Lord's going to explain that later.
But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some in 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold.
Now jump to the other part. Now he's about to give the explanation for the parable of the sower.
Jumping to verse 18. Matthew chapter 13, verse 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
You can use that for people who walk by. They might hear the truth. They might stand, show up for a week. You know, they might come out and say, we gonna be back. You know, that's people that drive by and honk. Oh, y'all the Hebrews. Shalom, brother. You know, they might hear, they might like what they sound, but it's not holding place in their heart. They just hear and they keep going. You know, the next day they're back to the worldly bullshit. Keep going.
This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it.
So those are the people who they heard the word. They might have started keeping the commandments. Might have started listening. Keep going.
He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
So that's people. They was all about it for a minute. They was happy, but then things in the world pulled them back in. You know, their women might have pulled them back in. She want to move to a different place. She want to get a bigger house. Their kids, they want to start going to their sporting events with their kids and shit. Or they might have got a new job venture. You know, they want to start making more money. Those are thorns of the world. You know, bullshit that's dragging these dumbass people down. You know, keeping them away from the truth. You know?
But
this is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sore destruction, because the cares of this world, like the parable said, the cares of this word choketh out the word, and they become as unfruitful. This world isn't your rest. You're supposed to be day by day in these scriptures, watching videos and studying, and not being in the world. You use the world not as abusing it.
Brian, this is what you were saying about the world, people in it, and this is Ecclesiastes 11:6. It says, "In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thine hand, for thou knowest not whether shall prosper, either this or that, or whether they shall both be alike good." So you don't know if you're gonna prosper, even if you do go through your little steps and care about the word. I'm gonna get a business in this thing, and you don't know what's gonna happen. That shit could fail the first 3 weeks, because I think they say a business fails in the first month or two, something like that. Because you can't acquire anything if somebody's not going to your store. It's not going to be able. You're not going to be able to recoup that money that you started. Yeah, so you don't know. So I got the money to build I got the money to get the store, but if nobody's coming in, how you know it's going to prosper? You know, so how you know if you don't come into this thing? How you know if you don't go? Trying to go into this worldly thing, you know, it's going to stay. You don't know how it's going to stay, because we know what we're under these curses.
You can get that next side.
Yep. This is 1 John 2:19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For it.
So like this is talking about fallouts. You know how they left us. Keep going.
For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
So people who fall out the truth, people who abandon the brotherhood, you know, for various or do shit that they know is wrong and gets them kicked out, you know, they weren't entirely of us. You know, they weren't a real brother in the first place. Keep going.
But they went out, that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us.
Yep. So they're gone now, because it's just it's like read that? It said manifest. Yeah, it was manifested that they weren't with us in the first place. You know, people who come in the truth just because they like hanging out with brothers that look like them. You know, that's not what the truth of the scriptures is about. You know, it's not a Israelite party. You know, a damn get together. You know, it's not something you just come out and do every weekend so you can have some food to eat with some people that you like. You know, it's not something that you know, it's just not a gathering. You know, and brothers that well, not brothers, but fallouts that get kicked out, it shows in their ways, because when they're with you, they're always on some nigga shit. You know, they'll never want to truly be brotherly. If a brother asks for money, you know, they don't ever want to give it up. If a brother need a ride somewhere, they don't ever want to offer it. You know, they on some nigga shit. Is there more on that?
No, I got precepts in that.
Okay. This
is 1 Corinthians 11:19. For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be manifest among you.
You want to explain that?
Heresies, I forget what heresy.
Like, it goes back to the word heretic. You know, people that speaking shit that isn't correct. You know, another thing fallouts like to do. They give an example. Sakari, he talks shit against the men who taught him. You know, that's something very common amongst people who get kicked out or leave. You know, most recent one, the person from New York, you know, Bashar, he got kicked out. Now he's scoffing, teaming up with the scoffers. You know, that's heresy. That's something that they all like to commit.
Team scoff.
Yeah. You got more of that? You can finish that off. Sorry. Everybody over here got something?
I got what you just said.
Okay, you get that. I'm asking that.
This is 2 Timothy 3:2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And that's basically all the descriptions of fallouts, man. They're disobedient to their spiritual parents, which are the apostles and elders. start coming out with new doctrines and shit.
And disobedient to their fellow Akim. You know, what's supposed to be their brotherhood, taking advantage of brothers whenever they can. You know, always have an excuse. Don't ever want to help out. You know, that's nigga shit. That's not something that the brotherhood isn't here, you know, to have people to take advantage of. You know, these supposed to be your brothers that you're ready to die for. You know, in Esau's military, ain't no motherfuckers. You can't just get up and leave the military when you feel like it. You can't just disobey orders. Oh, I don't feel like getting out. I don't feel like staying in the tank. I'm gonna just get out. I'm gonna walk over here. Oh, I don't feel like holding it down. If you're getting shot at, I'm gonna go over here. Y'all handle that. You know, you get dishonorably discharged. That's what spiritually happens to people in this truth. They get dishonorably discharged. You know, what's it called? Court martial. I think that's what it's called. When they have that council and they kick them out on whatever charges they bring up on them.
They go to jail for that too.
Yeah. If the crime is that bad, yeah, Esau will lock you up. If you go AWOL, oh shit, nigga, I'm out. You know, you can't be doing that in the truth. You know, abandoning brothers. You know, we can finish that.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 21. Yet have he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
Yeah, so these are people, they was in the truth, and then some, I'll say slang term, real shit started going down. You know, say you out here at camp, somebody tries to come up and fight them, you know, and they chicken out. You know, they don't want to come back anymore. Oh no, I don't want to get attacked. You know, I don't want to get hurt. You know, that's something we have to suffer for this truth. You know, that's the adversity of the world. That's something you have to go through. People gonna talk shit about you. Your family's gonna change up on you. If you can't handle the words that these people have for you now, how you gonna handle what's happening when people are trying to kill each other? How you gonna handle your uncle might try to come at you with a buck knife, you know, ready to gut you for all the food you have in your cabinet? If you can't handle some words out here now in these times, you know, these words that these people have for us is light. Because when shit gets real out here, like how it's getting real in other countries, like in Turkey, that shit ain't gonna matter. In Turkey, you think motherfuckers was on the street debating shit? No, everybody was ready to get killed and was ready to kill. So when that time comes to here in America, you know, it's not gonna be how it is now. How we're just able to talk. It's gonna be do or die in those times. You got something? Yeah, I'm straight up.
This is 2nd Ezra 14 and 14. Let go for thee from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burden of men. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So more hell is coming. If you can't handle the shit right now, how you gonna handle when you might see your mom get killed, man? How you gonna handle Esau might take your little brother, your little son, and kill him before your eyes, telling you to take the chip. Zedekiah had to see his sons get killed before his eyes, then got his eyes plucked out.
So that was the very last thing he saw was his family murdered before him. And every
and his princes and his kids.
And that was probably the last thing he could ever remember seeing. You know, just walking around, no eyes. Last thing he ever saw was people he cared about get murdered in front of him.
You know, in prison.
And then that's what's coming to America, whether people believe it or not, or whether they like it or not. You know, everybody driving up and down, walking by, they don't have to stop and listen. They don't have to heed to the word of the Lord. When people is dying everywhere, then you're gonna want to listen. And when shit's going down, you fallouts is gonna know that you're gonna be destroyed. You know, you're not gonna be able to walk around with your pompous attitude now. You know how you are.
And it said, let go of the weak nature, that weak spirit of when you catch hell, you feeling weak like shit. Like you getting mad and shit, you getting angry, but you know what's supposed to happen, man. So at some point you're like, fuck it, man. Fuck this shit, man. Like Pastor Ricard, when he brought out this scripture, he said cast that shit off. Say fuck it, man. He said the Lord gonna take care of it, man. You gotta have faith. Fuck this shit.
But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some in 100-fold, some 60, and some 30.
So this is what brothers